again, and we will give another 2 minutes for other attendants, so they can see us. And so at 5:05 we will start our webinar. So if you have some questions, we can share your topics now for a very short moment, and then we will start the webinar. So if you would like to share something, go on. Today we don't have Martina, and because we agreed that she will be sometimes present, sometimes not. So today you are only with me. So I hope you won't miss her so much. And she greets you, all of you. So, and she's looking forward for next time. So I think time's up. So maybe we can start. So again, hi everyone. I'm really happy to see you again here after the summer break. I hope you had a beautiful summer. You're full of energy for autumn, and I'm really, really happy that we are having and we are running the webinars again. So today's topic is actually the topic we already had in our webinars, but I believe that if we repeat something, especially this very important topic, I think we never make mistake. So I tried to make it a little bit new, on a little bit different way, how to tell you about the regeneration in pentagram, which is actually our core, let's say, core topic for energy company, because it is our start, and also the pentagram is the very heart of our products portfolio. And I believe that the 5-element regeneration is very powerful thing, and can help you a lot. So let's start it, and let's see how it is. So the pentagram comes from the traditional Chinese medicine principles. Uh, as I believe, this used to be even in Europe. However, we wiped it out. So now we are trying to get it back through the Chinese philosophy and traditional Chinese medicine. And energy pentagram really follows the traditional Chinese medicine pentagram. But we are also looking at the client or at our customer through the holistic view. So we really want to know everything about the client, because that's the way how we can help him. And we are actually seeking for the harmony on many levels of the human's being. So we are not looking at the physical condition, but also at the mental condition and everything around. And that's maybe something which is making the energy company unique, because our concentrates and our pentagram products are very special, because they are not only the concentrates which are made out by very pure and great herbs, but also there is this such a bioinformation, which is nowadays very tricky word, and but I believe that there is the biofrequency, and that I think this is something we can't lie about it, and it really exists. And I always say that our pentagram products are like the clocks. So when you have the man who is repairing the clocks, once the watches or clocks are fixed, they need to get the right frequency back to set up the time. So I mean about the mechanical clocks. So they usually have the huge mechanical clocks, which are having very strong rhythm and frequency. And thanks to it, these fixed watches, mechanical ones, they just put next to these strong ones, which are on the right setting. And after some while, these fixed watches or clocks are getting the same good frequency as the clocks which are powerful and strong. And that's what our concentrates doing. So we believe that our body works very well, usually from very birth. And since we are going through our life, we are getting sick, we are having some bad emotions, we get some wrongdoings, something like that. And this can be seen on the body. So we are having some problems. And since you have headaches or something like this, and you're trying to do with that something, but usually you can use painkillers always. This is a very fast solution, but you don't solve your problem. You are just hiding it. And if you go to the energy, we are trying to find the source of the problem and to fix it. And these concentrates, if you use the pentagram concentrates, they are really something like these high potential frequency clocks. So they're trying to take you back to the harmony. So they're trying to teach the body to go on the right path again. And it that's why there is these 21 days of usage, because we need to teach and we need to make the habit. So we need to create a habit again, how to go on the right path. That's why we are taking the pentagram for 21 days, and then we need the break. The break is for the body to adapt for the new conditions, actually renew conditions, because before the problem, it was going on the right path. So we are trying to get him back on the right condition without problems. Usually our clients are coming with chronic problems, so we can't fix it within 21 days. So it usually takes more. However, we can repeat this cure without problem. And we use the break just to let the body try himself. And once the body tries and it looks fine, and it's able to go and to walk on the right path, then we are done. And we can solve another problem, because usually there is not only one. So the pentagram concentrates, creams, and also mycosynergy, but like the original one where the pentagram concentrates and then creams. So these creams and concentrates are the core, and you never make mistake because they always tell to the body to harmonize the element which they represent. So you can't make mistake if you support some element with a pentagram product. That's, I think, the very important message when you want to use pentagram, because especially according to some Chinese experts, traditional Chinese medicine experts, um, they say that some herbs which are in the concentrate, uh, they, according to the Chinese medicine, they shouldn't be together in one let's say concentrate. However, we know that actually there is some synergy, and some herbs are there only just as an information, not the herbs by themselves. So the amount is really a homeopathic dose. So for these comments, let's say that our pentagram is something like traditional Chinese medicine based, concentrates on European way how to treat the clients. You never harm your client since he is following the dosages and your recommendations. If you can see some problems, then there can be the reversion reactions. They usually come with the Regalan and Renol. That's we all know, and we usually tell to the client. That's very important to mention these reactions because, according to us, they are the best sign ever because there's going something on, which is something we really want, because the reversion reaction means that the body knows what to do and it starts to work on it. So that's why the reversion reaction is welcome. However, many clients can be frightened by this because the problems they were trying to hide with many creams and many pharmaceutical products for many years, now they appeared again. So we need to assure them that this is just for a time, for a very short period, and this is the sign that we are solving the problem finally. The reversion reaction is usually also the sign that you are just on the right spot. So as a therapist, this is good sign for you. Yes, for the pentagram, we also believe that the mind and body is connected. That's why the concentrates are very strong, and they're also very good working with the psychic. That's why I call Regalan as drops of anger, because they can really release the anger and the emotions from the livers very easily. So they, thanks to the bioinformations, they work not only physically but psychically as well. Yes, we are having the holistic approach. We believe with the frequencies, and the concentrates are multi-herbal. So there are so many herbs. Very good things on pentagram is that there is no alcohol, there is no sugar. these concentrates are really pure macerates, so you can give them to everyone. And if you have babies, we have the creams. That's also very positive thing. So we are not following only the traditional Chinese medicine, but we are also trying to use many approaches. So we are using reflection zones, we are using meridians, we are using the chakras system, because the chakras system, we believe, is also very important, because chakras are actually placed on the spots where our hormonal systems, when our hormonal organs are in the body. So that's why we believe it's also connected somehow. So we are trying to follow many approaches and to put them together and use them for the best for the client. I also believe that the circadian rhythms are very important, and we can use them for uh, when we are using the pentagram products. So we can boost the pentagram concentrates power with the usage of circadian rhythms, actually. And here we go. This is basic, how to use the pentagram concentrates, and how you can help yourself to use it very well, because this cycle is very important. And if you have it, and in your room, or wherever you are working with your clients, it will help you and also your client to better understand the philosophy, and also how the pentagram concentrate will work on him, and why you are giving him just such this one, because it's really important to client to understand why it will work and why he needs this. So this in this cycle, there is the thing which is on the clock way. So this is adding energy. So from the water, the wood element is born. So if the water is all right, then the wood element will be fine, usually. However, there are another relations between the elements. So there is also reducing energy, which is opposite direction. So if you have the too much strong wood element, then the water will be weakened. So this reducing energy is also going down. This we will use when the wood element is too big, or when the water element is having less energy than it should have. Then we have another way um, how to work with the elements, because there are also the relations between the elements. So the wood is actually working on earth. So as you can see on the arrows, which is going from the wood element to earth. So the wood is taking energy from the earth. So when earth is too strong, we can use wood element to harmonize it and to take the over energy. So these relations you can use very easily. And if you see this pentagram, let's say flower, we call it rose, then you will be mm, more confident when you use the pentagram products, because it will help you to uh, understand, and to your client to understand why the therapy will go on this way. So keep it in mind. You can always download it from our websites, and also I strongly recommend you to download the pentagram regeneration brochure, which you can get online, and there are very great informations you can use. So I wanted to introduce you this because this is very useful tool, and it will help you so much, because whenever you have, for example, some young lady which is having the hormonal disbalance, which is having strong menstruation cycle, headaches, and so on, and you know that she's young, then maybe the wood element will be in disharmony. And as we know, that when the wood element is too big, so she's having the skin problems, she's having headaches, the hormonal disbalance, so everything can be connected. And the hormonal cycle, the menstrual cycle, is affected by the wood, which is too much. So we can use Regalen to harmonize it, but also you can work, sometimes works very well with the metal element, because the metal element cuts the wood which is too much, too big, grown too much. And also you can help yourself with Corolan, because Corolan is taking the energy, reducing the energy from the wood. Because if you put the wood into the fire will eat the wood. So with these three elements, with these three concentrates, you can help. Of course, you can directly help with the Regalen, and it usually works very well. But if there are some another signs, like she is emotionally disbalanced, she doesn't have the joy of life, then we will help with the Corolan, because Corolan also helps with the hormonal disbalance, gives you joy to your life, happiness, and also reduces the energy of the wood. And also, if you explain this mechanism to the client, then they will understand so much why it will work, and somehow they will program it into their mind and also into their body. So then the cooperation with the concentrate will be much better and more effective. So according to me, the explanation of the process is very important. And this cycle with the adding, reducing, supporting energy is very important for us. So the water is the beginning and the end of the cycle, which never ends. And this cycle goes in everything. It goes from your very morning when you wake up till the evening when you go to your bed. So the morning, let's say, can be the water. Then the wood will be the noontime until noon, and then exactly noon and lunchtime can be the fire. Then afternoon will be the earth element. The evening will be the metal element, and then when you go to your bed, take your shower and go to bed, it's water element again. It's the same when you are cooking your lunch. So when you think about it, that you will maybe have to cook the lunch, then is the water, because you are thinking. You have the huge mass of water to think, because you have a huge potential which meal you will cook. Then, when you decide, you have to buy the grocery, you have to get all things together, which is the wood element. And then here is the cooking. So the cooking will be the fire. It's very easy because the fire is needed for the cooking. So you cook it, you are on the fire element. Then you eat it with your family, which is the earth element, which is also the digestion. The earth element is connected with the stomach as well. And then when you wash the dishes, then it's the metal element, because you need to collect the dishes, you need to wash them, and then you sit down and maybe you think of the meal for the next day, and we are back to the water. So you can find the pentagram in very small things in your life. You can find it everywhere, and it's very good if you can explain and if you can give this knowledge to your clients, because then everything will be much easier for them, because this knowledge that everything is going in the cycle is somehow making your life easier. I believe that. So whenever you want to use the concentrate or cream, the best way how to do it is with the help of the pentagram grows. It will be great support for you. And even if you know that this is for sure the work for Regalen, then at least for your client, you will tell him why you choose this Regalen. I think this is very useful, and this is the core of our philosophy, and this is also why these concentrates are working very well. So we always know that when the water is the beginning of everything, and when you have someone who is suffering with the water element, then we can always support him with many ways. And especially with people who are suffering with heart problems, with arrhythmia and so on, it's usually connected with the water element as well, because the water element here is making the problem for the heart, or the heart can reduce the energy of the water. So these people are usually having problems with the livers. Oh, sorry, uh, not livers. I forgot. The kidneys. Thank you so much. So you can always see this pentagram rose as a support for you. And if you know the problems of the client, you can easily put them on the pentagram rose, and you can help yourself with that. So uh, if we talk about the water element, then we say that this is the northern side, the northern direction. Um, Soon, in winter, we will be in water element. And we all know that the water element is very, uh, let's say, very tough element, because the winter is usually very tough on people, and the kidneys are uh, usually weakened in this season, and we need to support them, and we should be in calm, and we should be resting. But this is not happening in our generation. So we are crazy in the water element, and then we are absolutely out of energy, we are exhausted, and the water element is done. So um, that's why we have the Renault. And yes, there is another very important information. We say the regeneration. However, we always thought about the energy pentagram concentrates as the prevention. So we wanted to prevent to harm any of our elements. That's why we thought that in winter we will be taking Renault as a support for the water element and also for our body, because the frequency, the bioinformation which is in Renault plus the herbs will help to your water element to restore the balance, and you will be able to start the wood element with a good energy, so the wood element will be in balance. And also, if you know that you had a problem previously with the wood element, let's say you had the skin problems which were based on the wood element disharmony, then you can take the Regalen after the Renault, not together. These two concentrates are too strong to take them together. We always say that we shouldn't mix the pentagram concentrates together, especially Regalen and Renault. These two are having strong reversion reactions, and they are really strong because these are the water element is very beginning and very end. That's why it's very strong for Renault. And then the wood element is also very strong one. So that's why we are very careful about them, and we never combine them. So that's why I say never to combine these two. They're too strong together. So for the water element, the yin organ is the bladder, and the yang organ are kidneys. So be aware of that. Whenever you have someone who is suffering with these organs, maybe there will be some problem. Or if these people are having problems with a cold, so whenever they don't like usually winter, they're suffering in winter because they are all cold even from the morning. So we need to support the water element, and the Renault doing is something which brings you to the energy which is coming from the birth. So you will have the joy of life, but this like very elemental one. And also you can support the client with the colors. So you can recommend him the black, gray, dark blue, the colors which are representing the water element. If the water element is in balance, the person, the client is creative, is very like sensitive. So he can sense whether something is wrong or it's okay. And there is this life desire. So these people have desire for something. So they are not flowing with the flow without any lust, any joy. They have the hobbies, they love them. These people are having the fire. So the Renault, as I already said, is the water element concentrate. It's very strong. As we know that according to the Chinese medicine, the life energy is stored in kidneys. That's why the Renault is very strong, yet powerful. So helps you with the many things we already said. With Renault, the dosage can be sometimes very small and can be enough. Depends on your client. Uh, you can use it in various problems, because if you see the pentagram rose, then the water element has so many things to do with the metal element, with the wood element, and also with the fire. So the fire can be reduced with the water. So if you have someone who is struggling with the heart problems, sometimes Renault can be the solution. Also, if you need to add some order to your crazy water, then you can help with the Vironal, because the metal element brings you order to your life. And if you want to support the water, you can go from the livers, so you can help yourself with the regalan concentrate. Usually with the clients who are suffering from the arthrosis, we usually have the one cure with the Renault and another cure with the regalan. And we are switching these two concentrates to support the body and bones and joints. And these clients are really happy with them. So as you can see that the pentagram rose really works. So Renault is really something which is the pure water element. And I believe that with Renault you won't make mistake. But be aware, and I'm just trying to give you the information you maybe don't know yet, because I believe that we said already many times about the Renault and other concentrates. However, Renault is also um, very strong and helpful. However, sometimes bring this uh, feeling of your fears and takes them out to help you to see them. So for some clients can be too much during the winter. So whenever you have the client who is suffering with fears, with the deep uh, who is not confident in his life, and maybe sometimes even has states of the depressions, if you can wait, then maybe for such a clients, the Renault is very good to use him during the fire element season, because the daylight is much longer, and the, let's say, the mood and the season is very positive. So this client can bear the fears much better with the Renault during this season than during the winter. If you don't have another uh, option, so you can't wait, then I like Renault combined with Revity, because the Revity works as a light at the end of the tunnel. So even he will have to face the fears to restore his balance of the water element. There will be Revity, which will help him for the psychic, and also give him the energy, because there is the ginseng extract. So it will help to the client. So that is just for the Renault very briefly. The wood element, again, many times said about the Regalen, the drops of anger. So whenever you have youngsters, you won't make mistake with Regalen. Also, Regalen works very well with the blood. So it cleanses blood, it supports the blood production. If you need something not less powerful, but maybe more gentle, then and you need to work with the blood, then you take the Stimaral, because Stimaral is very good support, and can be used instead of Regalen when you don't need the detox, the deep detox, and also the let's say directly work with the wood element. So the Stimaral is something like going around. However, the Regalen always comes when the detoxification is needed, and you can always use him during the spring, not only as a detoxification program and cure, but also as a restoring balance of the wood element. Yes, Regalen. And we are going to the fire element. This is Corollan, the representative of the joy of life, of happiness, of the light in our days. So whenever you have someone who is suffering with the heart problems, you are having also the elderly ones who are losing the desire of life, then you can use Corollan. Corollan works on many ways. So always keep in mind, whenever there is the disbalance with the fire element or the elements around, then you can help with the Corollan, because Corollan usually brings the light into the places where there is a dark, and you can't help directly with the element which is weakened. So even with the you sometimes, as I already said, with the wood element disbalance, you can help with Corollan. So again, we can use it as a prevention, because Corollan is a great product, I believe, and it's more gentle than Regalen and Renault, so you won't see the reversion reactions. I actually had only just once I met once the client who had the Corollan reversion reaction, and that wasn't a strong reversion. It was very, let's say, uh, minor reversion reaction, and just the client was very sensitive, so she could sense it. So we lowered the dosage of Coroland, and everything was fine. So whenever you have the problems with the blood, you can also use the Coroland. And we are getting to the earth element. Actually, originally the earth element should be in the middle, in the center of the pentagram rose. But with the central earth element, the pentagram rose would lose its dynamics. That's why it's put between the metal and fire element. But the direction, original direction of the earth element is the middle, is the center. And also the earth element is everything which is rounding and which is centralizing the things. That's why it's very important, especially in these days, because we usually don't have chance to stop and to just relax. And this is what we are missing always, and which is this is what earth element brings to us. So it brings us back to the earth. It gives us the support, power, and also balance. So whenever, if you have the garden, you always feel very secure and very calm when you put your fingers into the soil. So that's the same thing what earth element is doing, and that's why Ginex is the star of our products, because it helps to see the problems from another point of view. It helps you to centralize. It supports you in everything what you're doing. Like if you have some amazing mom behind you and who's always supporting and big fan of you. So this is Ginex doing, and that's why many women are in love with Ginex. And also the Ginex concentrate is great if you really need to combine the pentagram concentrates, the products. So Ginex is the one which is actually able to be combined. So uh, especially nowadays, so when our stomachs are hurt by bad emotions, by the stress and so on, Ginex is a really good support for you whenever you need. And it doesn't have to be the late summer or the season, because we have also the mid seasons, which are the earth element between the elements. So you can take it in these seasons, or you can take it actually whenever you need it, because this is the middle of everything. So whenever you need to centralize yourself or your client, then you can use Ginex. Ginex is the choice when you never make mistake, and you will always support the client, because it works with the psychic very well. So mentally it will support the client, and sometimes it even will be able to solve a lot of problems, because once the your brain, your mind is calmed down, then so many problems of the body will disappear. So that's why Ginex is really the star product. Yes, and we are to the finally met the metal element. The metal element, the season is right now, so you can see uh, the weather is changing. We need to adapt our body to to the new season, we also, and everything is actually going to the autumn, and we need to adapt to so many conditions, because now we had the summer, we had the summer holidays, so we were on the holiday mood, even we were working, and now everything needs to be back in order, which is very tough usually, and it's very tough for our immunity. And that's why we have Vironal, because Vironal is support of for our immunity. It doesn't mean that you don't get the flu if you are in the room full of the people who are having the flu, but your immunity will know how to deal with that, and you won't be sick for 2 weeks, but you will work with that 3 or 4 days, thanks to the Vironal, because Vironal is bringing you the order, which is the metal element, uh, let's say, representative. So thanks to the order, you will be able to adapt for the new conditions much better. That's why it's great product for the immunity support. That's why it's great product for the children, because their metal element is usually very weakened by the many conditions they need to adapt, because there is the change from the mother's love to the kindergarten, then from the kindergarten to the elementary school, and so on and so on. So many things they need to adapt with the new friends, with the new order of their life, because they need to wake up very early in the morning, then go to some institution, stay there without your mom, your family. So these things are very hard. And this is the same for adults, because we change the job. We also need to adapt, because we need to support our children with the new conditions. So the immunity has so many tasks to do. And Vironal is here as a support, as a guardian. That's why it's very, very beloved, especially for families, as a family product for the immunity. Um, you can take it even during the disease, because it will help to the immunity to learn about the conditions of the sickness. So your immunity next time will know what to do. Um, Also very much works whenever these autoimmune diseases occur. It's also sometimes the problem of the order. So Veronal works very well with the chronic diseases of stomach, because it brings the order. So whenever you need order, you use metal element. And again, we are in the rose. So as you can see, it's very, very easy to use it, and very comfortable as well. So we were back. And also, if you can't use concentrates, or you want to boost uh, the concentrates, then you can use creams. Creams are, to me, the stars of everything. I love them, and you can use them on many ways. We always follow the reflection zones, or the zones where the problems occurs, but it usually occurs on the zones, reflection zones. We also work with the chakras and meridians, and also with the biological clocks. So you can help yourself with the rose, and also with the biological clocks, which are very important. And again, you can boost the process, and you can boost the effect of concentrate and cream. With the creams, I love one thing. if you really need to boost the effect, you can combine them with phytomineral, which is amazing thing because the minerals and ions uh, which are in phytomineral are really fasting the effect of the creams. So they get faster into the skin and into the cells. So the phytomineral is really the booster, the cream booster. And I used it many times and I saw the results and it was amazing. So whenever you will follow the rows, you can also follow the biological clocks. These clocks will also help you to find the problem, to find the solution, the right solution. Because whenever you have someone who is waking up during the night between 2 and 3 a.m., then you know that the wood element is absolutely out of balance, for example. So this is also uh, the picture which maybe will be helpful for you, and you can find it in the brochure of the regeneration of pentagram. So and again, Artrin, many times I mentioned in our webinars. However, I love it. I always keep it with me whenever I go for traveling because Artrin is really something like painkiller whenever something happens. So Artrin as a as a water element representative and can be great support for the renal. And also you can support it with mycosynergy, so mycoren. Here are the reflection zones. We already saw it in one of our webinars. I just wanted to put it here again because I think it's very important. And again, if you can see the pains and the problem, the places where the clients can feel the pain, you can also find the solution very easily. Protectin, again, so many times mentioned, but protectin has various types of usage. So you won't make mistake to start with the creams, but so many people are usually very not comfortable with creaming themselves. So I usually need to motivate them, and since they see the effects, then they really understand why the creams are as well powerful. For the creams, you can easily make the masks as well, like the skin masks, which are really great, and I like them. And you can play with them. Even if you need to boost the effect, and you know that you can't use the concentrate directly, or you want to add something to your skin, then you can add the concentrate into the cream. So it really depends up to you how to play with these creams, and especially like for babies, if you don't have soap with you and you can't use the concentrate for the baby, you just put to the bath the cream, and it's very easy, and it will work. So here are the reflection zones. Rooted Salit, again, another beautiful cream, very well used during the flu period, because whenever you are coughing, you can combine the artrin and ruticelate. So it calms down the cough and it brings you relief. So ruticelate is also very good cream to calm down the psychic. So whenever you have someone who is having problems to fall asleep, ruticelate is very good help, and I like it to use it. Citovital is the earth element. So as I already said, is the middle of everything. So whenever you need cream and you don't know which one to choose, you won't make mistake with Citovital, because Citovital is very universal cream, also very strong one, and with the strong detoxification effects. It protects the skin. It helps to restore the balance of the skin. So after the injuries, the wounds, after the sun, whenever you need a cream, Citovital is the one which you won't make mistake. And also, if you have the clients which are having the acne in this area, then this is definitely work for Citovital. And Droserin. Again, the Droserin is amazing cream during the autumn season, even the winter, because it's hydrating. It's very great for dry skin. It helps with the eczemas, which are worsened in autumn and during the winter. So Droserin will be number one for those who are having dry skin and eczema. And again, is the metal element. So whenever there is the disorder or disbalance on your skin, then you can use Droserin as a metal element. And again, if you come back to the pentagram rose, then you will see that the metal element is before the water and after the earth element. So you can also combine the drops with the creams. So whenever you need to support both elements, so if you know that the client is taking Renault, but also needs something to support the dry skin, then you can use easily Droserin. The combination with the creams doesn't make the reversion reactions. So you don't have to be worried about it. And you can combine them very easily. Yes, and I hope that was enough for you just to remember some principles of the pentagram, uh, something about the concentrates and creams. I believe that you know a lot about them already. However, I believe also sometimes to repeat something is very good because you easily keep it in mind. And now the time for your question is here, so you can ask me if you want.
Yeah, hi Misha.
Hi.
I I put a question in the chat asking you if you think I know it's not about this topic. I'm asking about something different. If Okusan would help with puffy eyes. It, I have just finished a cycle of Regalen, which
Mm-hmm.
didn't really help with the eyes. And I was wondering that maybe Okusan might help. So my question is if Okusan is like aimed only at the side and the eyes, or if it also can help with the eye area.
I think the Okusan will work. but in long term, so it won't be ready after 21 days, definitely. And you can also help yourself with the cream, with the protectin. So you cream this area around the eyes and also the covers of the eyes. So you can cream it, especially before you go to bed. So the protectin will work on it. And maybe I would continue with Regalen again.
Can you combine Regalen and Okusan? Isn't it like too many different herbs, as both contain quite a big, large number of herbs?
In your case, oh, you have super tonic, right?
Yes, I do, yeah.
So try to measure yourself. Try to see the liver path. So measure it on the on whole toe. So you will
Okay.
see the all the all the points, and try to measure Okusan with the Regalen together.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that then.
But I
Okay,
think
thank you.
it's really okay. Or at least you use Okusan and Protectin, and also take phytomineral.
Yeah, I'm taking vitamin as well. Yeah. My problem with protecting is that the skin around the eyes is quite sensitive and also a bit eczematic.
Mm-hmm.
So the cream is a bit too strong, and sometimes the effect is the opposite, that it irritates more than help.
Isn't it reversion reaction then?
No, it's immediate. It's not.
Uh-huh.
It's yeah. It's very quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So then try to use Droserin or
Mm, I
Artrin.
mm, I can try, but to be honest, I think the creams are kind of too much for my skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's
For
okay
your
on
eyes
other parts of the
area.
body, but not direct on the eczematic
Mm-hmm.
areas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And did you try Citosan?
Yeah, I am taking Citosan. I was taking Citosan and Regalen, and I just finished a cycle, so
Mm-hmm.
now I have to have this break after the 21-day cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because now it's actually the season for eczema, because it's autumn, the metal element, and the metal element is usually very connected with the eczema.
Yeah.
So that's why maybe it worsened that much, and it was respond for so many things which were happening before. So now they progressed into the eczema. That's why, that's what I think.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
why it's
okay.
maybe so strong.
Yeah, okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
I would keep go. And is it like inflammation around the eyes?
Yes. Yes.
So why
And
why not to use Draximum then? Because you need to cool down.
huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't think about it because it didn't feel like completely, it didn't feel like hot, or how to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And is it worse during the day or during the night?
Um, it changes actually. Sometimes because my eyes are often irritated, and it's not only the night or only the day. I can't really say when exactly it happens because sometimes it's during the day and sometimes during the night. So,
Mhm.
so I can't tell you an hour when it happens or the part of the day, but probably the afternoon. I usually wake up with the eyes very puffed, very swollen, and
Mhm.
then they get irritated if I think about it more in the afternoon. It's more likely in the
Mhm.
afternoon than in the morning.
Like around the 4 p.m., like really
Also,
afternoon, late afternoon.
yeah, late afternoon, I would say. Yeah.
Mhm. Mm, how about your back? Don't you have the back pain?
Um, Not really. Which part of the back? I don't really have a back pain at the moment.
And do you sleep well?
No, but that's a long-term problem, really.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm. Mm. I'm thinking. Uh, to me, it would be the most easiest way to measure you via Supertronic. But I can't reach you right now because you're too far. But
unfortunately,
what?
unfortunately, unfortunately, you're
Unfortunately,
too
yes.
far. That would be absolutely the best. But
But
I have a feeling the Supertronic is reacting a little bit differently when I am measuring myself and when I'm measuring other people.
for sure, because you can affect it by yourself
Probably,
somehow.
yeah. Yeah, somehow,
That
yeah.
that is the tricky part when you measure yourself.
Yeah,
Uh, but I think the really you can try with Okusan, and
yeah,
maybe in this case, because the I think the metal element is in complete mess,
yeah.
and I would go around, so I would go from the water. Uh, so I would say that Okusan or Renault, or you can use Okusan. For sure, I would put the Draximun because there is the heat in the body, so we need to cool it down for sure. But
Okay.
you can try with the Smilax tea.
Hey. Mm-hmm.
So I think the Smilax will support your side, will support the kidneys, and will support the energy. So then the metal element won't make such a mess.
Okay, so the water would kind of calm down the metal element.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
would do it that way. But not Renault. You wouldn't take Renault
Mm, I
too
don't feel
much.
like Renault now. Try with
Mm.
Smilax, Okusan, and Draximun.
Okay.
That will be, I think, the good way how to start. I even believe that maybe you irritated with this problem with Regalen, because Regalen wants the body to detoxicate. So sometimes it can irritate the eczema because it
Yeah,
is
like a
taking out.
reverse
Mm,
reaction.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So you think that it could take long, the reverse reverse reaction can be longer than the week we usually say it takes.
Yes.
So I should forget about Regalen for the moment and not start taking it again. Okay.
Not now, because this season, and for you, the eczema is the theme for your life. So
Yeah.
that's why we need to be very careful. And whenever is the season of the metal element, so we need to be very careful. So not
Yeah.
to irritate the body, just to support it and to be gentle to it. So I think the Regalen was too strong, too much in this
Okay.
case. So next time you take better Veronal to support the skin, to support the immunity and the system,
Okay.
because this season is very sensitive. The skin is very sensitive in this season.
Right.
So I think we irritated it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's not bad, because like your thought was really really okay, because Regalan usually helps with the sight and everything. However, not this season. You can take it during the summer, you can take it during the spring, but
Uh-huh.
not in
Okay.
autumn. Mm,
Okay. I also lack energy. I have very low energy at the moment. I don't know if it's connected
yes,
with
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
There's inflammation in your body. That's why you need to get the Draximon, and the Smilax will give you energy. It will
Yeah.
restore your energy, and
Yeah.
it will be
Okay.
very gentle, and also will help to heal the skin.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And something like Mycopulm, for example, would it be okay? Because
If you feel and if you want, you can add even the Mycopulm, because Mycopulm is also the energy booster.
yeah.
It works with metal element. It works with the skin very well. Also, the digestion supports. You
Mhm.
won't make mistake. But like I I feel the Draximun
Okay.
in this
Yeah.
case.
All right.
But like if you really need boost your energy in the morning, you can take Mycopulm.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Thank you very much.
You are absolutely welcome. I hope you will get better soon.
Yeah, thank you. It's at the moment it's a bit difficult, like, the, the all the circumstances are not very favorable. So yeah, it probably is altogether a mix of a lot of things that are a bit difficult. So it probably reflects on the body.
Yes, absolutely. And keep also in mind that our body usually reacts after like 6 months, usually after some problem which occurred, or which the situation we had to solve. So usually uh, we solve something, we feel happy because we think that everything is behind us, and
Yeah.
then after half a year the body will tell you, no, nothing is okay, I'm in a huge problem. And you can't see where was the source of the problem, but actually it was half a year ago. So that's why we need to think even about the things which happened long time ago, because sometimes the body reflects them very later on. So that's why maybe your reaction now is such a huge, because it's caused by these circumstances, and also with the things you went through.
moving. We've just moved, or it's been short time ago we've moved, and yeah, for half a year it was a complete madness. So maybe it's the consequences of that. Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of patience now, I guess.
that's maybe because that's why maybe the metal element is suitable as well, because you need to adapt to the new conditions. You are in a new home, you are in new situations, you meet new people.
Yeah.
I think, this puzzle is really pretty much good for metal element, just to put some order, because even your body seems to be in mess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we also cut the wood with the metal.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Mm. Yeah. Well, I was using a lot Stimaral, um, because I was aware of the change, and it wouldn't be easy. And yeah, but it's probably not the only thing that um, it's not something that will sort out all the problems just taking Stimaral, because we can't think that just one product will sort it out all for us. But I think it helped at that time when
Of
I needed
course,
it. Hmm. Yeah,
I
sure.
believe that as well.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
You're
Thank you
absolutely
very much.
welcome. I really hope you will get better soon.